Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are out here, baby. Wind is like fanning us right now. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. How to know if you are a highly sensitive person, an empath. What are some of the habits, some of the traits? Look, we just got 650,000 subscribers, and I'm sure a lot of them are empaths. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Much love to all the deep divers out there. That's the question that came in, so let me dive into it. As a psychologist, as a counselor, but more so as an infinite being, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. Now, I'm an empath. Okay, what is an empath? Someone who can feel what someone else is going through. Have you ever walked into a room and then just pick up everyone's energy? And you're like, oh, what the hell just happened? So there is sympathy, which is where you just like acknowledge something's happened to someone. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, if you are an empath, you actually go through what that person is going through. Now, in a world where so many people are cut off from their emotions, being a highly sensitive person or an empath is not a flaw. It's a superpower. Slow motion that side. So I always tell people, in becoming your greatest version, if you are an empath, don't look at it as a weakness. Look at it as your greatest strength. So the clinical psychologist, Elaine Aron, is really credited for giving us that trait, highly sensitive person in the realm of psychology. And that is fantastic because there are a lot of highly sensitive people out there. So how do you know you are one? Okay, what are some of the habits? Now, let's start with the first one. We'll go through about 10 or more. The first one, highly sensitive people feel everything. That's an understatement. Like everything. Like everything. Like everything. They feel deeply. Sometimes they're watching the news and they can't take it. Like they have to actually leave the room because they actually feel what those people are going through thousands of miles away. Now, a lot of highly sensitive people tend to be water signs, Pisces, Scorpios, Cancers, but this can be anyone, okay? It is someone who feels deeply. You pick up other people's energies without them even opening their mouths, okay? And that happened to me along my journey. You see, a lot of highly sensitive people will go through panic attacks. I had a lot of panic attacks growing up because I would feel the energy. So, why is this a superpower, Ralph? I don't want to feel. That's what you're saying. That's what I was saying. I didn't want none of it. So what helped me along my journey was actually saying that it's better to feel than not to feel. A lot of people put a protective shield over themselves. They don't want to feel anything. Therefore, they miss out on a lot. I have connected with millions of people. We've got over 650,000 subscribers. And that's only because I'm an empath. Can I get a hello there? I know what people are going through because I've been there. I've gone through it. So I can actually connect with so many different kinds of people because I feel people's problem. Now, if you do feel deeply and you don't want to feel so deeply, that's okay. Set up an energetic boundary. Okay, but then still feel deep. Then still feel deeply, okay? What's another habit? The second habit we can look at is that empaths, if you are a highly sensitive person, what happens to you? You are someone who wanders through life. And you're like, should I go over there? Or should I go over there? You're looking for a quiet space. Like highly sensitive people welcome alone time. I'm a March 3rd Pisces. So growing up, my mum used to say, gosh, Ralph, you can entertain yourself by yourself. Because we are never alone. The universe always sends someone. Slow motion that side. Highly sensitive people welcome alone time because that is the period where they can actually recharge. Because a lot of empaths are very intuitive naturally, so they pick up other people's emotions. Therefore, they always want to help people. So they always love to recharge, to be in nature. You might see them sitting on a bench alone. You're like, oh, I wonder what's wrong with them. No, they're thinking like, what's wrong with you? Right? The cat down the road is definitely a highly sensitive being. It's definitely an empath. Okay? They love their alone time. And they are old souls. They are the indigos. They are the crystals. They are the ones coming back to take the planet to the next level. Let's talk about another habit. The third habit, we can talk about, you see, highly sensitive people actually sense the energy in foods. Along my earlier journey, I wasn't as sensitive as I am now. I didn't really tap into that superpower. And the moment I actually tapped into that superpower, I became rich beyond measure. I started to sense the energies, the subtle energies in foods. For example, I would eat back in the day like a massive bowl of chicken, a massive plate of beef, and just think, oh, who cares? I was actually out of alignment with who I was. But once again, as I was retuning myself, as I was breathing in that good-ass prana, gaining more clarity, I started to actually sense the energies of the food I was eating. Okay, a lot of highly sensitive people, for no reason, they might become vegetarian. You hear of these stories. For example, my sister became vegetarian at the age of like 10. She just said, Mom, I don't want to eat that anymore. And then she actually wanted to become vegan. Okay, but my mom said, you got to eat cheese. And then she became a vegetarian. So how did she know that she didn't want to eat certain meats? Any meat at all? Okay, a lot of people write to me saying, yeah, I've been a vegetarian since I was 8. I say, what? How did you even know the word vegetarian existed? Goodness gracious. So, it is beautiful when you can sense the subtle energies. You see, food is information. Food is energy. And what helped me become my greatest version was to say that, you see, we can't expect to live in peace if we torture animals in pain. Slow motion that side. I absolutely love animals, and a lot of the deep divers I connect with absolutely love animals too. I'm not just talking about your dog. I'm talking about the pig down the road, the cat down the road, and the cow down the road. So highly sensitive people respect all life. They treat all life as equal. There is no hierarchy. There is no I'm better than you because I'm a human being. You see, we've become very egocentric as human beings. That's why many of us are living in absolute chaos. Highly sensitive people are more peaceful because, once again, they respect all life forms. That's why a lot of squirrels come up to them asking for nuts. Do they do that to you every time? Every Saturday? They do, right? Oh, see what happens? What else? Highly sensitive people are people who go through life and they are very susceptible to noises. Okay, they can actually hear like ultrasound. They pick up noises from a far, far way away. And that means that where they even tend to work, they like to work by themselves. Sometimes they like to play by themselves. It doesn't mean they are solely introverts. They also love to socialize, but they like to work in environments that complement their energy. Okay, that is like a must. Okay, that's why they like ocean scenery. They like mountain scenery. They like up in the hills kind of scenery where they can really reconnect back to their true authenticity. Highly sensitive people, empaths, are all about reconnecting back to their true authenticity, because they know that when they're in large crowds, they begin to lose more of the truth of who they are. Let's talk about another habit, the fifth habit. How do we know if we are a highly sensitive person? Now, I'm giving you a lot of pros. You see, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky. As a Pisces, we're probably the most compassionate sign in the zodiac. I'm biased. Yes, I am. And Scorpions. Scorpios. Yeah. Scorpios are really, 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 we get on well. You know that. And Pisces. Look, what happens? A lot of us, highly sensitive people, empaths, we always put other people before ourselves. Like a highly sensitive person might twist their ankle and then ask someone else, is your ankle okay? Huh? We put others before ourselves. That's why a lot of highly sensitive people find themselves as psychologists, yes. As physiotherapists, yes. As doctors, yes. As healers, yes. As people, scientists, yeah. Always wanting to help people. Always putting themselves first. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. In becoming your greatest version, what helped me out? I said, okay, you got to put yourself first, Ralph. It's not about being the one who always lifts people up. You got to help yourself first, then help other people. So what helped me along my journey was saying that I've got to really start practicing the art of self-care. So I said to myself that before I help people, I need to start working on my subconscious mind. All of those limiting beliefs I have, I got to start working on them every single day, and then I can help people. So if you are a highly sensitive person who is always putting other people before yourself, and you're always feeling drained, you got to become a master at being highly sensitive. Okay? That's where you put yourself first, you gain the strength, and then you help other people. Slow motion, that's like, How to know if you are a highly sensitive person. Let's talk about another habit, the sixth habit. Highly sensitive people do not like confrontation. They don't like confrontation at all. They don't really like criticism at all. That's why if you confront a highly sensitive person, chances are they might back off a bit. Because once again, they are so into their own creating that energetic wall. That's why you got to be very nice to highly sensitive people if you want to keep them as friends. But saying that, even though they don't like confrontation, they are very strong. You see, we have this idea that highly sensitive people are weak. They're weaklings. No, they are some of the strongest people on earth, right? Because they are masters at being vulnerable. Vulnerability is strength. Therefore, if you are a highly sensitive person, you don't like confrontation, but at the same time, you are realizing along your journey that it's all about how you react to a situation that literally has the power to change a situation itself. Can I get a hello there? That's why after a while, like highly sensitive people, they become immune to criticism. Because once again, they feel through people. They can actually see where people's true intentions are coming from. Highly sensitive people don't hear words, they hear energy. They don't see what you do, they see how you do it. They always pay attention to detail and the subtleties of everything around them. That is why they have that superpower of being highly sensitive. Okay? How to know if you're a highly sensitive person. Let's talk about the seventh habit. This is what's helped me along my journey. You see, I love new things. And I started to ask myself, why do I love new things? Like, Yes, I did buy a secondhand car, but that's an exception because cars are bloody expensive. But it was a good deal. Look, highly sensitive people often don't want used things because used things carry old energies. They would rather buy something brand new because once again, they like things new. Because they know if you buy something that's old and used, you've also got to take on the karma of its past user, the energy of its past user. So they like things fresh, like a whole bunch of strawberries in their mouth, for example, right? But also, let's go on to the eighth habit. Highly sensitive people, they are always rooting for the underdog. Okay? Like always rooting for the underdog. What happens? Are you someone that roots for the underdog too, like me? You're like, come on. Yeah, I always root for the underdog. And I get it now because highly sensitive people always want to help people. Empaths always want to help people. Highly sensitive people don't treat people as bad as they are. They treat people as good as they are. That means they're rooting for the underdog. They're rooting for people who can't help themselves. That's why you might find them in medical professions. You might find them as counselors. Once again, they are helping people without you even knowing it. They give their money away. Do I give my money away? Yeah, I give it to you every day. Okay? They give stuff away for free. They want to see people make it. They want to see people make it. They want to see people shine. They want to see people go far in life. They're not haters. They want everybody to make it. Let's talk about the ninth habit of highly sensitive people. Highly creative. Absolutely. Why would a highly sensitive person be so creative? Because you see, creativity lies in sensitivity. If you are insensitive, you won't be as creative. Why? Because once again, if you are insensitive, you shut off your creative outlet. If you are sensitive, you tap into your creative outlet. That's why a lot of highly sensitive people are artists. They are the architects, and be thankful to them. Be very thankful to them because all those buildings you see, yeah, they came from a highly sensitive person, like drawing the designs. Like even Mother Nature, like highly sensitive. You see the mountains and all the curves and stuff, like highly sensitive, okay? Artists, musicians, producers, people who are inspiring the world in all kinds of ways. Once again, they are creative. You see, what's happened in society is that a lot of people have become desensitized. They aren't creative. They are all about fitting in. Highly sensitive people are all about standing out. They don't want to fit in. Like if you go to a workplace, okay, what's going to happen? A highly sensitive person doesn't want an open work plan, okay, with like so many cubicles. No. They'll just be in their own cubicle. It's not because they're selfish. It's because they know what other human beings are like. But more so, they are so focused, so busy on their life purpose in doing what they love. They will only do what they love. They won't do it unless it's not making them happy. They don't settle for less. That's why they have that superpower. So, they are highly creative. Now, saying that, if you are highly sensitive, watch out for this. When you create, you also want to recharge. That's what's helped me along my journey. I'm very creative, and people say, gosh, Ralph, how can you share and connect with so many millions of people every single day? I say, baby, it's because, I'm breathing in that good ass prana every single day, but more so, I've made this my whole life to be in nature. I get paid for being in nature, a whole fortune. I said, I'm going to turn this whole thing around. Highly sensitive people are highly creative, highly intelligent. Now, how to know if you're a highly sensitive person? Let's talk about the 10th habit. Highly sensitive people do not, I repeat, do not like routine. So that's why a lot of the times highly sensitive people, when you're going that way to the right, they're going to the left. Yeah, they're running away from you. Because they know that if they follow you, they are going to become like you. Is that a good thing? I don't know. What do you like these days? But they don't like routine. They don't like being told what to do. These are people who create their own rules. They realize, in essence, there are no rules. They can do whatever they want. That means sometimes growing up, highly sensitive people, they could see through the BS of what they were being taught at school, what they were being taught in school. They can, as they were growing up, they started to watch the TV and saw the BS in that. And then they came into nature and then saw more BS. Well, it's just bird BS. That's fine. BS. I'm talking about belief systems, baby. Right? So highly sensitive people know as well it's all BS. It's all belief systems. They know their mind, they can manifest any single reality they want. That means they don't have to follow a routine. They can create whatever life they want. That is why, can you hear that dog barking? Highly sensitive. That is why they don't like routine. That is why they are always about doing their own thing, sharing with amazing people. And there you have it. Are you highly sensitive? I say it is a gift. It is a superpower. It is not a weakness because vulnerability is a strength. But more so, I'll say this. If you are highly sensitive, share your story. I'm highly sensitive. I shared my story. I connected with millions, changed my life forever. You got a story to tell. The world needs to hear it. You got a camera, make a video, send it to me. Or not, send it to everybody who watches Infinite Waters. They're ready for it. So once again, being highly sensitive is a great gift. And being an empath is a super gift. And I always tell people, embrace it. If you don't use that gift, you'll lose it. Once again, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. One more. Bonus one. Oh, you thought it was over. No, we're highly sensitive today. We are paying attention to detail. Highly sensitive people are more in touch with their emotions, which means the energy in motion. And that is a superpower. Why? Because, you see, our emotions are our inner guide, our inner GPS. They allow us to know what is happening with us at any given time. Isn't that a superpower? Yes. So if you are highly sensitive, really in touch with your emotions, embrace it today. That's how to know. So once again, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby, getting high. We're out here, baby. We're in nature. Have a beautiful day. Infinite Waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.